This is Drag Race Hangover Podcast, your RuPaul's Drag Race recap show. What happened, who won, who wore what was she thinking, best outfits, and best taglines. We got you, girl. Hosted by nightlife guru Anthony John and on-air personality Alexander Rodriguez. Two queens talking about other queens. Shantae, we're gay. Oh my God, where are you?
I'm right here.
Girl, there you are.
Hello.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord.
Happy Saturday. Happy after Drag Race Day.
Yes, happy Hangover Day. Are you hungover?
I'm going to be that way in a few minutes. I'm not even awake yet.
Oh, well, geez. Cheers to you.
Cheers, bitch. All right, this is your Drag Race Hangover recap. I would like to introduce my co-host, Mr. Anthony John, King of Nightlife. Now.
I moved up. I've moved up from Guru to King of Nightlife, which is non-existent right now in this pandemic.
That's why you're king, girl.
That's why I'm here, girl. And Alexander Rodriguez, of course, needs no introduction. He is
but I love him.
Alexander Rodriguez from
Woohoo!
Alexander
All right.
is on air and on the Rocks Radio.
All right. Wow, we have a lot to talk about. Okay. But
yeah,
our nonprofit.
Do you have a name for this episode?
Yeah, well, it was the stand-up Smackdown.
Well, I know, but if you had to name it, what would you name it?
No One Is Funny.
No One Is Funny?
I would either name it No One Is Funny.
I think mine is more along the lines of I do declare we have a dumpster fire.
Girl, you know Blair St Clair's new Grindr profile name is Dumpster Fire.
Yeah. No, or hashtag I'm in theater. I'm a theater queen.
And she's like, oh, they kept saying how funny I was. Yeah, funny all the way home. Anyway,
so
our highlighted nonprofit for today. If you want to tip us, consider making a donation. Who is it, Mr. John? Who is it, AJ?
It's Trevor Project. We're doing the Trevor Project again. It's give.trevorproject.org to help out the LGBTQ plus community, young community who are dealing with issues at school with bullying or mental issues, suicide issues, addiction. Couldn't be more important, right? Probably the most important thing ever.
Exactly.
One of.
One of.
I adjust my lighting. Other than my lighting, it's the most important thing ever.
Girl, I'm throwing a hat on today. I can't. I can't.
You look like the coach of like softball, like growing up. Like I'm like, is there something funny about Coach Alex?
He's an all light in the jockstrap.
Oh Lord. Oh, you look good.
All right, Carl. I'm thirsty. I don't know about you all, but I need some drinks. I drank during the show last night, and I certainly need some drinks now.
Okay. Well, you know what time it is. It's Wig of the Bitch.
Wig of the Bitch.
Wig of the Bitch. Our little nod to Hair of the Dog. And I have probably what I'm going to say is my favorite wig. And you know what? I'm like fucking Moira Rose now. I've got more bad wigs in my closet. I'm going to start hanging them up behind me. And
I think you should. Oh, well, your boyfriend is so proud.
We all know the name of this one. We all know the name of this one.
Oh my Lord!
I got a Karen wig, bitch.
Girl, that looks like it was custom made. Okay.
Right? I'm like literally. Oh, Karen ain't got no sideburns. I literally want to just walk around the street.
Nobody would even like look twice. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, that's your look."
You just carry like a big gulp and just kind of walk around the street. Okay.
Or like a Starbucks iced coffee, like swishing your ice.
My giant iced coffee, my Java chip. That's a Karen drink. That's not a gay drink. Okay, so
I love this wig.
Flute.
Okay, float.
What am I even making? Hold on. Oh, thank God it's a twist off. Woo, girl, I am ready for it. Okay, so we put vodka, your favorite.
Yes. Samuel wants to speak to the manager. Girl, I wish we had a manager. I wish we had an HR department.
It's my Karen look.
Yeah, and also, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, you can leave a comment and we'll put it up on screen. We're that fancy
and if
here.
you're on YouTube, make sure, or on Facebook, make sure to go to our YouTube and subscribe. Please, bitch. Help some people out. Okay.
Oh, and now we're on iHeartRadio, by the way.
And we're now on iHeartRadio. And
we famous,
the charts on Apple, right?
Yeah, we're very big in the Philippines.
We're huge in the Philippines. We're huge in Micronesia.
Girl, I'm huge to the mailbox.
Okay. Vodka. I'm thirsty. I gotta go. Vodka.
Yep.
We've got ginger beer. I'm locally sourced ginger beer from Brooklyn, of course.
Support your locals. Your local
know how
yokels.
much to put in. I'm kind of guessing.
Okay, all right.
Sugar,
that's how we
of
do it here.
course.
Mm-hmm.
And then Prosecco, because that's what makes it a mimosa. And this is a you guessed it, it's a Moscow Mule mimosa.
Oh my God, I've never heard of that. And it's kind of light.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because vodka and Prosecco.
Yeah, but it's like it's a light drink. It's not like I'm gonna be trashed in a half-hour drink. Like, you know, I'll be trashed in an hour drink.
I have a bigger glass that I was gonna put it in, but Karen, make all your. This may even shut Karen up. Let's go. That is yummy.
It's got a little kick to it.
Well, I didn't. All they had was the extra spicy.
Ooh, I like them extra spicy.
Really
Oh, like Alexis Mateo extra spicy.
I need to talk to the manager and tell them how delicious this is. Things you would never hear from Karen.
Exactly. Has a Karen ever said anything
in a Karen
positive?
Situation just the other day, and it was almost full blown Karen situation, and it wasn't because I realized I was being Karen. Did you
I've seen you be a Karen. Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. I believe it.
It wasn't a Karen that anyone would care about. Anyway, I'm leaving this on, by the way, because it does not do well with the hair underneath.
I think it looks so naturally fabulous. Like, I buy it, hook, line, and sinker.
Thank you. I need to get myself a sweater and just go for it. Okay.
Okay, in a Karen moment, like, what's the last thing that you complained about then?
The last thing I complained about?
Yeah.
Having to brush this wig out. I don't know, like, what would be the last thing I complained about? I don't complain much.
Oh, please! Girl, please! Happy Saturday, by the way, Andre.
Last time I complained. Bitch, you said you were a bottom. So, what was the last? I don't know. I mean, I complained the other day at a restaurant. It was right. It was right. Everything was okay, but they were in the wrong. I was in the right. I complained. They figured it out. They went to the back. I didn't see him again, which tells me they were crying. So that means I won.
No, they were spitting in your food is what was going on. You go, Karen. Last time I complained, I bought a brand new computer from Best Buy. After 4 days, it like wouldn't turn on. I talked to Geek Squad an hour on the phone holding. And then they said, oh, we'll take it into your local Best Buy and they're going to have to fix it. And I said, well, we're under quarantine, bish. So literally the response was, wait till COVID is over, then bring it in. For a brand new computer. You go, Best Buy. You go, Geek Squad. Geek, whatever.
That's a Best Buy. I did the same thing with my MacBook, except I turned it in to get fixed. Then this happened, and that's it. No more MacBook.
Oh my God.
They just hit me up saying, your MacBook's ready for pickup after I bought I have a whole new system right now.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Plus, I don't want them to work on it because I've already downloaded some files, if you know what I mean.
Give me the number. What's the number?
Let's call it live.
Give me the number of your Best Buy.
Woo! Yeah. Mm-hmm. And as a reminder, stay tuned because we have your favorite segment coming up, Crank a Queen, where we call a drag queen, wake them up and say, what the hell? Okay, so let's start with the show. I just have to say, Canadian Drag Race is becoming more popular than All Stars.
I haven't seen it yet. You seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but everybody raves about it, saying that it's fresh and that it's funny. And so I'm wondering if, like, our Drag Race needs some fresh faces. The hilarious.
We get fresh faces. We get fresh faces. We get fresh faces. We get fresh faces every season. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, like the crowd behind, like the judges and the same kind of setup, the same set.
It's time we retire Miss Paul. And the hilarious Ross Matthews.
The hilarious.
I have a best-selling book.
Seriously, that was a plug for his book. And the book is called Name Dropping, by the way, at your local bookstores.
Yes, reach out to us, Ross Matthews. I met him once at a nude. I met him a few times, but I met him once at a gathering at a all-male nude resort in Palm Springs.
Ooh, how fancy!
Yeah. Until he realized it was an all-nude male event going on, and he was like,
"What?
The hell out." He was like first sweating through his shirt, and then he just ducked out. I'm like, "Nice to see you."
Well, each time I've met Ross Matthews, he's very, very nice. Is he hilarious? Meh. And he and I introduced TLC at Palm Springs Pride this last year, so that was fun.
TLC?
Yeah, well, now it's just TC. TC. Don't
It's
go
TC,
chasing waterfalls. P.S. I hate World of Wonder.
Driveway.
No, and I just want to say, I'm going to be a Karen right now. I want to talk to World of Wonder. I hate World of Wonder. Literally an hour after the New York feed or the East Coast feed, they're posting already what's happening, and they ruined the experience for me, and that really bothers me.
Okay, I don't have an argument, but because we don't do that. But my boyfriend and I had this discussion a couple times already. The West Coast gets it later, right? It's not the same time.
It's not the same time at all. So I have to sit and wait until 8 p.m. Pacific time, and whatever. And so they're already posting team so-and-so, team so-and-so, team so-and-so. And I'm like, well, thanks for ruining it. Like, come on. Like, let me experience the show that you're producing.
Name. I want their name. I want their number.
I have a feeling World of Wonder is literally like 3 college interns and like an old guy in some like office apartment somewhere that's also like selling QVC products. I get them
confused with Mr. Voss, which we're not allowed to say his full name. It's trademarked. But I have him confused with Mr. Voss. Isn't he part of the Voss?
No, I think he just gets like...
They're kind of the same, no?
I think he just gets like first rights to all of the live events. And I think there's a good partnership, but he does not work for World of Wonder as far as I know. Anyway.
Well, let's move on. We've digressed.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to just the facts, girl. I'm just going to report the facts. Who, what, why, where. The theme was stand-up Smackdown. We found out that everyone voted for Alexis to go home, even our very own Anthony. The top 4 had to do a stand-up routine, which really just turned into a terrible roast that I didn't buy a ticket for. Blair St Clair can suck it. Guest judges were Sam Richardson and Jane Krakowski. What an actual celebrity.
Yeah,
the runway theme
really good.
Yes, I was like, oh, thank you, God. So happy. The runway theme was Freak Out. Miz Cracker was the top of the week. The lip sync assassin was Kennedy Davenport, who apparently took her Oxy right before. They danced off to the worst lip sync song ever. Miz Cracker won. Bye bye Blair. And we get a mysterious phone call at the end and a hint that the whole crew comes back next week to spill the tea and take care of unfinished business. Those are the facts. I just report them. Okay, let's go.
Moving on. Good
job. What are your thoughts on the challenge? Stand up Smackdown at the RuPaul Shade Shack.
I loved it. I thought, because I love the comedy queens, and a well-rounded queen must show all their. It's like, I mean, come on, what's a pageant without the stupid talent category?
That's
where the funny part comes in. But I mean, I liked it, but we saw it going into this, right? We're the Blair, why are you here still? It's like I do declare, why is Blair still here? Like,
that should be a single. Like, I think you should make that into a single.
She should, but she is a theater queen.
Yeah, I think she told us a few times.
Times.
Every
really
theater
funny.
Is like, have we ever hired this theater queen? Every theater in the world was like, no.
Well, she's young.
No.
Okay, I get it. She's young. We've heard it 250,000 times in this season that she's young, and we can't wait to see what she has next. No, we can wait. We can, because so far everything she's shown us has been forgettable. Sorry, boo. But
totally agree.
And she's sweet. I get it, but on the same time, I look at her and know she wouldn't talk to me on the stage.
No, that's exactly true. And I think she kind of sunk herself. Her ego was so big this episode that I think she sunk herself for ever returning for another All-Stars or even being a fan favorite to do a live event. I certainly wouldn't pay a 2-drink minimum or leave the dance floor to go see her on stage, especially with that attitude. And I was a Blair St Clair fan when she originally appeared. And she was like, if you're going to be a musical theater queen, be a musical theater queen and work it. She just doesn't have any idea who she is. I thought she was rude to everybody. The fact that she thought that she had a right to stay was so ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I look at it and I'm like, I talked a lot of shit on Alexis this whole time.
Yes, you did.
I did, but if we're gonna do a rewind and redo something, they should have got rid of Blair because that was one more. First of all, Alexis would have killed the comedy. She would have killed the comedy. She would have been so funny up there.
So I'm a huge Alexis fan, but and I've said this before, I think her comedy is more reactionary. I don't know how good she would have done to set up the jokes. Like Shay's comedy, I think is very reactionary, and I still think
reactionary.
Yeah. But what I found out, your dislike of Alexis, it's a very popular opinion. A lot of people were like, "Thank God she's gone," blah blah blah. And like, am I her only fan out there?
No, I think, I just think that she was one of the people that came on, along with some of the others, a lot of the others, this All-Stars, where people went, oh, yeah, I remember her. She was in, what season? I remember she was one of those, and it wasn't as bad as like of an India or something, who people are still like, who? But but I don't know, but she shined a bit. I know her name now. I if you would have asked me like who Alexis Mateo is before the show, I probably wouldn't pin it.
Really?
She wasn't like, what was she? Bam! She was Bam. Remember? But she didn't do Bam once this entire time. And that was her shtick with Bam. And
that's gonna be like the beat in the Blair St. Clair. Why are you here? Bam!
Right
Bam!
Bam! Bam!
Can I do Eliza Bam? Bam! Bam!
Mr. Bam.
She bams. She bams.
She bams.
Okay, but I have to say, Mr. Anthony John, we know you love your
Karen.
Jujubee. Yes, Karen. We know that you think that she's the funniest thing. I am sorry. She sunk like the Titanic on this comedy round, and this should have been her challenge. The fact that Miz Cracker won it was disappointing.
Stuff, but she had to go out. Cracker screwed her up by going out first. That's a very nerve-wracking thing. If she would have went on after Blair, I think she would have been much better because she would have went, oh, I got this.
Anybody after Blair would have been... Helen Keller would have done a better job after Blair.
Oh, she pulled out the Helen Keller, folks. Poor Helen Keller. Goes through so much.
She does. She's a trooper.
Yeah, Juju wasn't as funny as I was hoping, but...
or at all.
She was funny. She said some funny stuff. I didn't write any down. But,
so funny we need not mention it here.
Let's go to the point of the tests in front of Jane Krakowski and Ross Matthews. First and foremost, I don't know if Ross has ever done stand-up comedy. Do you know that?
I do not believe he has. No.
Has he?
No.
Not really, right? No. So I don't know why he was the one that we had to hear
because
from.
He's the hilarious Ross Matthews.
True. And Rude is not going to make up twice. But Jane Krakowski, now that was the biggest celebrity this time around, right?
Yeah, the biggest celebrity, and she knew exactly what she was talking about. She nailed what was going wrong with each of those rehearsals, and they should have taken her notes to absolute heart.
Blair did.
Turn page. I'm surprised Blair didn't say, turn page, wait for applause. Like, that would have been hilarious.
Take
like
what you're doing, you're screwing it up.
That's exactly right.
Turn page, Blair, turn page now. That would have been hilarious.
Yes, exactly. Like, if you're going to be bad, like, sync funny, like, wait for non-existent audience applause.
Right, exactly. Well, I wrote down for the 4, I went critical on Juju. What? I went loved Blair. What? I went same advice poor Cracker gets every single time anyone gives her advice. Shocking. And then I said, of course they get deep with Shay again.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Get over it, Shay.
You lost, girl. We lose. I've lost so many times. I mean, I'm losing right now.
Hey, but where is Sasha Velour, by the way? Have we ever seen her since?
Well, she did date that judge that no one knows either.
What? Spill
Remember
the tea,
the
girl.
judge, that annoying judge from the Love Connection one?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I dated Sasha Velour in high school.
Wank, wank. That's a comedy routine.
Well, anyway, I don't know where Sasha is these days, but I don't know.
I think it's kind of weird that we haven't seen Sasha at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. Sorry.
I mean, I know she was a little older. Maybe she retired.
But yeah, so that was it. I think I think, that's what I think. I don't know how Jen Krakowski could get bronchitis in one day, but that sucked.
Well, so from what I understand, each episode kind of like took a week to film. So maybe she wasn't feeling well, and then who knows? But can I just say, how about Ross Matthews telling Shay, "Hey, you know who you should be like? Whoopi Goldberg."
Oh God!
Oh my God, that was cringingly embarrassing. That was cringy.
You know, she does this, and Shay's staring at him like,
yeah.
If she ever saw a Live Aid, or what is it? What they used to do, Live Aid? What was that comedy thing? Her, Robin Williams, and old
comic
like us now.
relief. Yeah,
comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, and you're black.
Yeah, that's exactly all it was. It's like, you in danger, Ross. That was so awful. But I have to say, Miz Cracker wasn't that funny, but it was the way she presented it. She presented like she was mid-show, and if Jujubee would have come out with that confidence and sold it like, I'm in the middle of my show, Miz Cracker owned that stage, not by being the funniest or the most talented, but just with the energy.
Well, this was Cracker's to lose. I mean, Cracker, because she's known as that, and she was totally in her element. She didn't have the notes, which Shay also didn't have the notes, and she did mention it later. Like the one thing she wishes she didn't bring notes on board, and that does ruin it because it looks like a little crutch, and it looks like you're not confident.
They shouldn't have even allowed that. I was surprised to see like when they do a song, they don't bring the. Well, that's just like, that was weird.
You learned every word to the Reba song, but you couldn't remember your notes for the 2-minute stand-up comedy about Ross Matthews.
Dude, Kennedy didn't even learn the words to the Reba song. Reba doesn't even know all those words. It was like, is this a library lexicon reading?
But like Cracker was saying, she's like, it's got every word in the English language in it. Like, how am I supposed to dance to this? Like, it was just bad. And I'm like, can someone get with the Rude people, World of Wonder, whatever, and just be like, just buy the rights to one song.
Oh my God!
Some money.
Yeah,
it's not that much, I don't think, right? It's what, a couple $1,000s? It's like, it's not a big deal. And
plus, they have money.
Probably do it.
Yeah, they have money. Or just keep to one of the RuPaul songs. I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, so Anthony,
it's just like, but these songs are just so fucking bad, and
they're so bad. Yes.
Give me the number. Give me World of Wonder's number right now.
I think I have Ross's phone number somewhere, actually. Well, this was for a few years ago, so maybe it's changed. Okay, what is the worst joke you've ever heard in your life?
Well, I have dead baby jokes, but I think that's pretty bad for Facebook.
You know who should sell them? Whoopi.
Who was the one? Wait, wasn't it? I saw something. Was it Untucked or something? Where was it the self-massage? Oh no, it was Jane or something. They made the joke. Did you see that? Where she's like, why did the blonde cross the road?
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. And then RuPaul like lost his shit. He's like, oh, finally somebody that was funny without reading the script.
Well, that was good. I mean, Blair is
because it was so stupid.
Jokes I heard. So,
oh my God, that was so awful.
He's got a crusty asshole. That's it. I'm like,
that was so gross. And like,
and then goes, Jane is old. I'm like,
never call Jane Krakowski old. It's not funny ever.
No, but let's see. I have bad ones. Let's see. Okay, so these two olives are on a bar, right? And they're bouncing around the bar. They jumped out of the martini glass. They're bouncing, and one falls off the bar, goes all the way down to the bottom, and so the other one bounces to the edge of the bar. And he looks down and goes, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "I'll live."
That's so stupid. I love it. I actually like because I'm envisioning it. I'm envisioning Ross Matthews in an olive costume.
He's all
yeah, the hilarious olive.
I'm a top. Oh, you checked that off for this season. He mentioned he's a top again.
Yeah,
he does it every season.
Oh, and he's a bestseller. He's the top of the bestseller list,
along with blah blah blah. Attention hungry Trump. What's her name?
Oh yeah,
angry lesbian Trump.
Mary Trump. Mary Trump. Okay, so my joke is two deer walk out of a gay bar. One of them turns to the other one and says, "I can't believe I blew $40 in there."
You were reading it though.
I was, because I had to write it down because I always forget it. I'm like, because I usually tell it when I'm super drunk. I'm like, bucks, beer, bar.
What's red and bubbly and scratches at the window?
My ex.
A baby in a microwave.
That's. God, if we had any sponsors, we just lost them.
we just lost all the sponsors.
Okay, what was your favorite moment of shade this week?
I would say Juju when she did a confessional and she was talking about Blair. Oh
That's exactly
God.
what I
That
put
was
down.
so
That's
good.
fine.
I'm like, I wish you would say that in front of her instead of pretending to cry all
Yeah.
the time.
Oh my God. Can we talk about the BS in the workroom after the elimination for the week before? They're so like, kiss my ass, sugary sweetness. It's not sincere. We love and support each other. We're going to miss Alexis or whatever. That's bull.
That's actually the best part that I like about Blair. Because the other ones are better actors, actresses. So then you actually believe. Blair you look at and you hate more.
That's
like
exactly.
You look at her and she's going on about, I deserve to be here. You deserve to be here too. And she's like, I love all of you. And Blair's like, yeah, me too. I do too.
And then she gets like fake emotion with her nails. Like, I just wanted you to know, I actually love you too. She said, I actually love you too. Actually.
I'm going to rename her Bonkers Blair. Because I've seen twinks like this in my life. I've seen them. They will take
You've dated them.
Down. You will. No, they will take you down. They're bonkers. Honestly, they are, right? Did you notice it at the end? I'm like, Bonkers Blair. Like,
yeah.
She's taking notes. She's screenshotting your grinders. She's like, I know some queens here in New York that would get along with her fine. Like, they'll drag a bitch for no reason. They're on the Salem witch hunt of the drag world. Anyway.
And I haven't even been motivated to check Blair's social media. I haven't checked Instagram, and I guess Jane follows Blair on Instagram. Can you imagine Jane unfollowing Blair after this episode?
Oh, that would be so good.
That would be so awesome.
We should start a moveon.org or move.org, whatever the moveon.org petition that I keep seeing in my Facebook ads about everything is being petitioned. We should do one for Jane to unfollow Blair.
Oh my God, I would love that because she called her old. Oh my God. Okay.
Well, she had bronchitis.
I mean, don't come on.
Or laryngitis or whatever.
Yeah, she still had like that.
You don't get from swallowing.
I wouldn't know. Okay. And the Karen just looks away. Look away, Karen. Look away.
By the way, this I found out recently. If you do this, phone, you're old.
Well, of course you are.
Which I used to do.
Is this a conference call?
Glamour shots in 1986. But if you do this, you're now like old.
Hey, have you seen that? I think it's a Samsung. It's like a smartphone, but it folds as a flip phone. Why the hell? Why?
Because Samsung likes being fourth in the category of things like. They're not even striving to be first or second. They're like, we're good at just giving it away for free. Like Obama phones. He gave away free phones.
Yeah, okay. No, I didn't need one. Okay, are you ready to crank a queen? This is where we call a queen and we just talk some shade.
Let's see. Hold on. Crank a queen.
Crank a queen. Yeah, let's. I love how we both have like a drag queen Rolodex, and I'm thinking about like who the hell is actually awake who would answer the phone.
Now. Hold on, let me. Oh my God, hold on. Sorry, I don't know why this caught me off guard. Let me. Let's see here. Sorry. Who am I calling? Oops. Okay. Do you have anyone? I have someone.
Okay.
Do you want me to call them?
Yeah. Crank a queen. Cack.
Cranking a queen. Let's see.
Cack. Crank for me. Crank for me. Crank for me.
Here?
I hear it. Your hair actually looks good. Straight to voicemail.
Oh my God, if it's voicemail, I'm calling someone else. So. Dang it. This is the first time. It didn't work.
Hey, this is Coach.
Oh. I hung up before we found out who it was.
Call back like right away because I think that they'll.
I'm gonna call back. Let's try one more time, and if not, I've got another queen. I think I can call right now.
I have one too.
Do you? So yeah, every week we do Crank a Queen. We did who do we have? We had Tori Hyman, we had
Honey Davenport.
We've had a couple porn stars.
Stephen Lee, yep.
Stephen Lee, Mascara. We had last week Liam Riley, who does Bambi.
Yep.
Which was so sweet. I think I was in like an emotional drunk state, so I got deep on that one. But okay, who do you have? Do you have anyone?
Yeah. Let's see.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, I have them under their actual name, so I can't remember. Hold on.
This doesn't usually happen this way. Usually I have a couple lined up that I will call, like, just in case. Like,
okay. We are going to call...
Don't say.
Hello, Alexander.
Oh, she has me in her caller ID. Hello, this is Crank a Queen for Drag Race Hangover. You're on the air, Miss Thing. How is you?
That's fantastic, because I have a hangover too.
Hey,
Oh, of course.
are you on your headset?
It's the quarantine way, the new normal.
Put it around that thing. Put it over there.
Oh,
So, how can I help you this morning, Alexander Rodriguez?
yes. Can you hear? Wait.
I really can't.
I can hear me.
Yeah, go right up to that microphone.
I did.
They're like right on it.
Say something again.
Hello, check 1 2, check 1 2.
Oh, okay. I can
Yeah.
hear now.
Okay. All right. So I have on the phone, I have Miss Allusia Alusia, the queen of the Abbey, big time performer in West Hollywood. We love Allusia. Wake up, girl. How's your morning?
It's great. You know, this morning I've already done yoga, filmed a video, and gotten blackout drunk. So we're on a good path.
Oh, girl,
Love
she's
to
ready to
black out
go.
drunk.
All right. Have you seen any of the episodes of this season of Drag Race?
I watched Snatch Game.
You watched Snatch Game. Okay. Who was the best? Who was the worst?
Oh, obviously, Jujubee won that hands down. That was the best Eartha Kitt I've seen in my entire life. Delicious.
Oh, so good. The memes alone are worth
I
it.
would have to say the worst was, and I don't know these girls' names because I'm self-involved like that, but the ones that did Ellen.
Oh, Blair
Oh,
St
Blair St Who?
It was just, it was painful to watch. It was a very one-layer joke. You know, at the end of her Snatch Game, she nailed the selfie pose that Ellen does. She nailed that pose perfectly. But the rest of it was just terrible.
Now, who would you do on Snatch Game?
Oh, well, of course I do Liza Minnelli. Or Betty Davis.
Ooh, a Betty Davis would have been
Betty
good. I haven't
Davis
seen a
would
Betty
be
Davis
good.
in a while. Can you give us your best Betty Davis?
Oh, my gosh, how on the spot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Snatch Game, and I'm Betty Davis.
That's more of a Katharine Hepburn, I'm going to say.
Or it's Betty Davis with like a toy.
What?
With a bedroom toy. That's your Betty Davis. Okay, girl. What's a challenge that you would add to the Drag Race world that you think would really show talent and then show us who the untalented ones are?
Making RuPaul do her own makeup.
Oh my God! Threw
What?
some shade. Allusia said making RuPaul do his own makeup.
You know, that would be funny if the queens actually had to go and do her makeup. Like, you get this side of the face, you get that side. No.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. What would I do as a challenge? Getting ready for a show drunk. That would be something.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like get them really wasted. Yeah, without like the one drink.
One Allusia, probably.
Or
Right?
for the ones that don't drink, you can spin them in circles 15 times and then make them do the makeup.
I love it. Now, have you personally auditioned for Drag Race?
I've auditioned for the last 84 years, actually.
For the last 84 years, Allusia has auditioned for Drag Race. Why don't you think that they're calling you?
Probably because I talk shit.
Yeah.
The arson and the kleptomania doesn't work well with others. I don't know. I guess a lot of LA girls don't get tapped for the show. We're too famous.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I guess. All right, Allusia, we're going to let you get back to your day. Thank you for letting us crank you and wake you up. And here's to the producers of World of Wonder, since we have Karen's calling them right now. Let Allusia on. Let her in.
Come on.
The moment. For God's sakes, I could die this year.
Give me their number.
Yes.
Give me their number.
All right, girl. Get back to your day. Get back to your brunches. And stay healthy out there. Stay safe.
All right, baby.
All right. Bye. Love you. All right, so that was Allusia Alusia, and Allusia Alusia has been performing at Hamburger Mary's for the brunches, and like the full face mask and all of that. So
Allusia is kind of the. I mean, you're gonna hate this, but Allusia is kind of the West Hollywood version of Cracker to me.
Oh
like,
yes, but likable
like
and knows how to pad.
Gay,
yeah, totally.
Hell,
yes,
and like sweet as could be. Like really,
yeah.
If you ran into either one of them on the streets, they will stop and take a photo. And the funny thing with, not to bring it to Cracker, but at DragCon, Cracker is the biggest fan. She's the biggest fan. So she will put her "Be Back Soon" on her and go run around taking photos with the other queens.
Yeah, but that's also smart because then she floods every other social media too. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Yeah.
Those New York Jews.
Oh my God, those Jews. Okay, what is the outfit on the runway that slayed? What's the outfit that decayed? And and the whole thing was freak out.
Freak out.
Freak out.
Which I thought was a disco thing. When I heard freak out, I thought they were going to do disco.
Freak out. Yeah. Okay.
Freak out. Okay. You go first.
Oh God. Outfit that slayed, and I'm not the biggest fan, but that look was great, was Miz Cracker. Because I thought it showed a little glam, it was freakish, it was gorgeous, it was gothy. So gothy. I thought it was really smart and it was different. The outfit that decayed, Shea Coulee. Everybody thinks that Shea's gonna win. She has been sucking for the last few episodes, and nobody's being honest that she's not doing that great of a job lately at all. Her outfit was like, I would wear that to Walmart. Like, it's not that big of a freak out.
You go to Walmart too?
To look at the freaks, yes.
I go to Walmart a lot. I know the manager.
What do they sell there? Like walls and stuff?
Yeah, no, it's Walmart. It's got. They don't sell shoes. No, they do sell shoes. That's why everyone's barefoot.
Do they really sell shoes at Walmart?
Well, yeah. You have to go barefoot, and then you buy shoes there.
I love Walmart.
I know the manager. I know the manager in 3 states. Nebraska, Wyoming, and Oklahoma.
I'm sure you do. I actually love Walmart because they have Snoopy stuff licensed, so you can buy Snoopy things at Walmart.
Love it. So I would say who slayed? I put a tie between Juju and Miz Cracker. But Juju reminded me a lot of, God, I just forgot her name again. Who is she? She's like...
Suzanne Barsh?
No, like she was on Drag Race. She's like this giant big black man and got like, she wears like the one with the big head. There's another head right here. Remember? She's always wearing those spikes. I forget. But I do love Cracker. God, I'm going to remember it in a second. But Cracker, yeah, great. It was out of what I thought I would ever see from Cracker. Just like you said, I like that she went a different angle. And so she stood out in a good way on the stage. She wasn't just all, I'm going to go color pop and look like Fruit Loops is into fisting. But yeah, I agree. I would have to say my least favorite was Blair. Because at least Shea gave us Cookie Monster boots.
Yeah, when I saw the eyes, I wish I would have seen them better on the runway, because then it would have made more sense to me, like a club kid.
But she was very authentically 90s club kid look to me. And I'm old enough to say that I saw the club kids on Maury Povich. Or no.
Oh, yes, with Michael Alec.
It was actually Sarah Jessica Raphael.
Yes.
The club kids with James St. James. Remember that?
Yeah, Jason and Michael Alec. Hello, that scene was recreated in Party Monster.
Oh, it was recreated in Party Monster.
Yeah, you guys.
I think I love this.
I think I wouldn't even think it was a wig. I would just think that, you got a haircut in Oklahoma. That was the word that came, yes. The stylish Anthony John. That's how I'm going to start introducing you.
So that's what I would say. I had her name Vivacious. Vivacious.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
You don't know who Vivacious is?
No. I know how to be vivacious.
Well, you could look her up. But she's always in that. She looks identical to what Juju Beat is. I mean, I bet I could look at it right now and she'll like tell me.
I'll Google vivacious while I'm Googling who the hell India still is.
Maybe, was she on it? She was on RuPaul, Vivacious, right?
I literally, that name does not ring a bell at all.
Oh. Well, Google's having a hard time looking her up too, so.
Well, okay.
Anyway, okay.
Let's get to our lip sync assassin review. Of course, it was Kennedy Davenport. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't too familiar with Kennedy, so the big reveal was like, oh, who's that?
I went, Hiding Closet was the first one I looked at. As soon as it opened, I went, oh my God, Heidi's back.
Oh, yeah.
But then it showed her in full, and I'm like, oh, that's Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oxycontin.
So, because Miz Cracker was like, oh, I give up, and I guess she's known for her flip after flip after flip, she barely moved. She just threw that cape around.
Bitch.
She literally looked like she was on
all
cloud, whatever.
Now it's like, instead of lip sync for your legacy, it's like, walk back and forth with your train for your legacy. Like,
It was,
I was taken aback, I'm not going to lie.
Everybody was.
She walked back and forth, girl.
Rusty Waters wants to know why you look like Blanche Devereaux. That's hot. Shut up, trash.
That is the best compliment I ever had.
It's probably the only compliment you're going to get.
You should see me on my back. On my back, and I rap.
And Kennedy knew what the song was. Kennedy knew it was like her moment to shine. Barely knew the words. Moved back and forth like a sloth. And then Miz Cracker didn't even I don't know. It was awful. But you knew Miz Cracker was going to win. That song was terrible though. There was no chorus, no beat drop.
Terrible.
I don't even know what I would do.
One moment where you could do a flip.
Yeah, it was so bad. No offense to Miss Reba, but. Damn, girl.
Offend her. Drag her. Someone posted on social media today when I was looking through, as I do, and they're like, wasn't Reba canceled? I'm like,
what? Reba's never canceled.
These kids.
These kids today. Why would Reba be canceled?
I can't. I think it was Lady Bunny made a funny comment on page 6 in the New York Post about being canceled, and it was pretty spot on, Lady Bunny. She's like, girl, if you can't take my Corona jokes and you can't take the fact that I'm going to make fun of you, listen, I'm 58 years old, and you know how we survived the AIDS epidemic? Me, as a comedian, we made jokes about people dying of AIDS. And if you can't take that, then you're not a fan of mine.
So it's funny. It's funny you mentioned Lady Bunny. I actually interviewed her this last week for MetroSource. Go to metrosource.com and read it. She gave such an honest interview. She threw so much shade, but it was constructive shade at the RuPaul Drag Race world. Not at RuPaul. They're obviously friends. And she's been on Drag U and she's done All Stars. But she was very honest about what drag has become, why we like certain drag queens, how it's not about actual talent anymore. It's all about looks. She was so honest in her comedic way, but she's performing at a drive-in during all of this. And she says, yeah, now is when you laugh about Corona to get through it, just like you said.
Yeah, well, I like that we dug through our Rolodex to find a queen, and you just interviewed Lady Bunny, and we couldn't just call her. And so
I don't have her number.
And no, we all know that now. And we could be chatting with Miss Lady Bunny, but we didn't.
On that note.
So yeah, but does this really look like Blanche though?
Yeah. If it was a little bit higher in the back, totally. Yeah, for Halloween. And then, your boyfriend Sam could be Sophia.
Yeah. I've always wanted to wear big shoulder pads.
I thought you were.
That's just me.
So, okay.
Kennedy Davenport was horrible. The whole thing was horrible. The fact that this was the last voting episode and that's what they gave us was horrible. I think they were digging in the pop or like digging through the who's available list and who's free with the last 2 episodes because both Kennedy and Roxy are 2 that I would go.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. I wonder who they're going to get for the finale. Or do you think it's going to be the same structure? Or how do you think the finale is going to be determined? Just the judges?
I have no clue. But the fact that this was filmed before the other one.
Oh, yeah, because this was filmed like a year ago.
Right, because they don't do the same thing as RuPaul, the regular season, where they do it live type thing.
No, it's all filmed. In fact, we saw in the preview, they have to be part of a music video with dancing and all that. It's for RuPaul's next hit.
Right.
Yeah. And then all the cast comes out. Even your favorite, Derek Barry.
The name is familiar.
Yeah. Okay, what did you learn this week from All Stars 5?
This week, what I learned, I didn't learn much. I learned like be prepared, know your audience, take advice, but not to heart too much. I don't know. What the fuck do you learn?
I learned that All Stars 5 could also mean ass. And I'm not talking about a bubble butt.
That's right.
That was so funny. It's like, love ass.
Well, I gotta say, this last episode was a page turner.
Wah, wah. It was a knee slapper. Wah, wah. It was a bestseller. Wah, no. No.
Well, outside that, what else you got?
Okay, so what's your prediction? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win for All Stars?
I'm still Jujubee. I'm still Jujubee.
No way.
Jujubee. Of course I'm Jujubee. You knew.
You could be Jujubee, but there's no way that she's going to win.
You're angry because I've been Jujubee since this came out. I was Jujubee
I'm surprised.
Episode 1.
Yes.
I'm Jujubee now, and you hate that, and it really hurts you.
I'll be honest. I'm surprised that she has lasted so long. Again, we love her personality, but does she have the chops?
You say that? She is. She's definitely top 2, 3 every single episode. Every episode.
Girl, this last episode, she just wasn't. No.
Amazing during the runway. She looked flawlessly amazing, even though it's vivacious. Google it. And she was funny. It just took her a minute to get funny, and she's also just so funny. And she's so.
Can you say funny one more time?
And when she dresses up, she's gorgeous, and she looks great. And she pulled out that like iconic blue Jujubee wig. That's old school Jujubee.
That was good.
You know, but and it's not like when she appeared first in All Stars 1. That was, and when her and Raven did the Cry Festival, like I don't know if you remember, but they did it. They did the lip sync, and they were crying the whole time and hugging each other. That was a nightmare. Anyway, go on. Jujubee, yay! Who do you like?
I think I would love to see Jujubee stick around just as the one-liner response, because her confessionals are the best that she has to offer.
Sticking around. We got 1 episode left, right?
No, yeah, but I think that they should just hire her just to be confessional reactionary person. Like blah blah blah. Is she an all-star? No. Was she that funny this last week? No. I hate to say it, but I think Miz Cracker is going to win.
She's not an all-star. How do you live with yourself? It's because Alexis is gone and you're racist.
I have a feeling Miz Cracker is going to win. I have a very big feeling.
Too.
Yeah.
I got a feeling. No, I do. I have a feeling that Miz Cracker is going to win as well. She won how many so far? 4?
Yeah.
She's walking away with some good money and some trips. Like Blair.
She's going everywhere.
Blair is leaving with nothing.
Nothing, not even a career. And Miz Cracker's leaving. Like she's going to South Africa. She's going to Canada. She's going.
Dude, the flight alone to South Africa is like $8,000.
Okay, and it's 8 nights or 8 days, I think they said. That's too long to be anywhere. Is your wig itching? You're literally falling apart right in front of us. Propecia. That's your drag name today, is Propecia. Ooh. That's like Tom Hardy after a night in West Hollywood. Okay. But Miz Cracker's going to win. I mean... And I'm going to say how underwhelmed I am with this season. I'm sorry. This has not been All Stars. It's been okay stars.
Because we're getting the kinks out. We're getting the kinks out here.
For what?
the kinks. As in, like, we're doing our show for this, and we're brand new at this. And by the way, if you're still watching, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Because when the new season comes, I think that's when it's a lot more fun. Because, you don't know a lot of them, and you're getting
and they actually try. Mm-hmm.
They do try. I mean, they have to offer the Lipstick Assassins some money or something, because they're coming out, and I'm sorry,
they don't care.
Half-ass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Morgan McMichaels next to her best friend, half-ass. You bring this up, half-ass. What's her name? I just had a butt cheek. It's been half-ass.
Thank you.
I'm really, 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 really upset.
Yes, let's call Rue. Get it, girl. All right. Well, that is it for us today. We're going to be here for the finale next week. I think I'm going to dress up for the finale. I'm going to dress like the hilarious Ross Matthews.
You should dress up.
Yeah, I'm going to. Why me and not you?
You should do something.
Oh, okay.
At least do your hair.
RuPaul. Oh my God.
I did this hair and I did this hair before the show.
Yeah, but you didn't do. But you didn't do the hair under your nose.
I did.
Oh my God! I don't need to see that. All right, Anthony, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me. I can't. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and everything's backwards. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Anthony John, or you can find my business Facebook at Anthony John Presents. Follow me, like me, please.
Yes, and visit us at dragracehangover.com. You can watch and or listen to all of us, and you can email us. You can find me on Instagram at AlexanderIsOnAir, or my other podcast with Celebrities and Cocktails on therocksradioshow.com. I can't wait for next week, because we don't need to be politically correct anymore. We don't have to be nice anymore, because it's over.
It's gone, like this drink.
Like that drink. And on that note, let's say goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
That was your Drag Race Hangover. Catch all of our episodes at dragracehangover.com or your favorite podcast player. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube, Drag Race Hangover, and on Twitter at Drag Race Ho. Enough said. Until next time, sashay away.